Two men are standing on the moon. They've just made history, and they're about to die there. Not from radiation, not from a meteor strike, from a broken piece of plastic the size of your thumb. It's July 21st, 1969, and Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin are 240,000 miles from home. And the switch that starts their engine just snapped off. The only engine that could lift them off the lunar surface. The only way back to orbit. The only way back home to Earth. Without it, the engine stays off. They stay on the moon. Forever. There's no rescue mission. No backup plan. No one's coming to get them. Michael Collins is circling above in the command module. He can see them. He can talk to them. But he can't save them. They had just hours before the window closed. That's when they need to launch, or the math stops working. The fuel runs out. The orbit doesn't align. 15 hours to solve a problem that wasn't in any manual, any checklist, any training scenario. Mission control knows. The engineers know. The president knows. The whole world is watching, and no one has an answer. Inside the lunar module, there's barely room to stand. You're in a tin can covered in moon dust, wearing a suit that weighs nothing here but makes you clumsy. And you're staring at a hole, a small hole where a circuit breaker used to be. Here's what makes this terrifying. NASA spent $25 billion getting them there. That's $200 billion in today's money. They built the most sophisticated machines ever created, solved problems no one had ever faced, trained for every possible scenario. And it all comes down to this: a broken switch. In that hole are two electrical contacts. If those contacts touch, the circuit closes. The engine arms. They live. If they don't touch, nothing happens. They die. Buzz Aldrin looks around the cabin, at the computer that guided them to the moon, at instruments worth millions, at tools designed by the best engineers on Earth. Then he looks down at his pocket, at a felt-tip pen, not the famous space pen that writes upside down, not some specially designed NASA equipment, a regular pen, the kind that costs less than $1, the kind you'd use to sign a check. He takes the pen, slides it into the hole, pushes the contacts together. The circuit closes. When it's time to leave, they go through the checklist, line by line. Every switch, every valve, every system. They get to the broken circuit breaker. Aldrin inserts the pen. They fire the engine. It ignites. Perfect. Exactly on time. The Eagle lifts off. They dock with Collins. They come home as heroes because of a pen. But here's what haunts me. That pen was random. Aldrin happened to have it. It happened to be the right size. It happened to work. What if it didn't fit? What if it was too thin? Too thick? What if he didn't have a pen at all? It wasn't planned. It wasn't tested. It was skill, under pressure, with no guarantees. We sent men to the moon. We defied gravity. We crossed the void of space. We planted a flag on another world. And we almost lost it all because of a broken switch. Not because we weren't smart enough. Not because we weren't brave enough. Because sometimes the universe doesn't care about your billion-dollar machines. Sometimes it comes down to a pen. We are going to Mars next, and the stakes are even higher. Subscribe now.